I got a pretty good question from Selena. Do you think SMG4 should have a female villain for the next arc?
Like that'd be
Honestly,
cool.
Gender
that would
equality.
be cool.
Gender equality.
That'd be cool. Gender equality.
cool.
What? No, I've
Just-
actually had the idea of,
Just make the
of
story
like a
good.
female villain at one point. Yeah, make the story good. Yeah, make it good. But yeah,
That would
Yeah,
be
honestly.
interesting.
Yeah,
That would
honestly,
be
'cause
definitely-
I don't think we've had one, have we?
we
No.
haven't. No,
Unless I mean,
unless you
yeah,
count,
yeah.
unless you count Legion.
Like,
No, unless you
talk-
count-
like arc-wise.
Like, I mean, the only
Yeah.
thing sort of like that is Peach at the beginning of the anime arc. She was in the first half, the antagonist, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
But
and-
that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, no, that'd be
the-
Oh yeah, and that's in
and the Peach
2025, they should actually do something with Peach. That's what they should do. I forgot. about
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I've had the idea where like due to the goop's abilities, I've had the idea of like what if it like it started corrupting more things? What if it started like went beyond Peach? It just sort of like just does we've got the princess right here. Why don't I do the entire fucking castle? I've had the idea of like where the entire castle just becomes a giant monster that rises up from the ground or something like that.
Yeah. Also,
And
that could
all of
like
that
they
stuff.
could also make it like spread to like Bloopersville or something to explain like that's
Yeah.
why like that hasn't
Yeah.
been appearing at all.
That would explain like why Peach like kidnapped Meggy in that moment. Is because she wanted to corrupt her as well with
Right.
doing that, which actually makes me wonder. It made me wonder like why would she kidnap Pete? No, and why would she kidnap Meggy, but then beat the living shit out of SMG4? Is it because of the grudges Peach has towards SMG4, or is it because like maybe like SMG4 has some kind of like immunity to the goo? Like that could be like an interesting plot, like SMG4 or Mario is they have like an immunity to the goo. Like what we saw when Mario was touching the goo in that, it wasn't really affecting it. I mean, it was sort of like licking him or something like that. I don't know what it was doing, but it's just
Corrupted
something
or
like
something.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun.
What if the Malice Chasm, like the corruption stuff, spreads to like the prison where Mr. Puzzles is, and like it like corrupts him so that it gives him the ability to break out, or it like wears off the prison's like defenses, and he's just able to like escape, you know?
Wait, so question: how would you like? This is a question for everyone. How would you like bring back Peach? Like, what sort of story would you tell about that?
Sorry, here. Someone else could go first.
Magario, you go.
Maybe, oh,
Maybe the mush. I mean, the theory that we made on the SMG4 Theory channel, the goop is like a it will spread, and well, I don't know how to explain it, but like the goop will basically just it might do something in order to get Peach out, and like then some arc would happen, but I don't know.
Probably
Honestly,
go the route of the theory I did for the 12 Theories of Christmas is that it's like the gang forgets about it because they, those guys are prone to forgetting everything in terms of like something that's important. So but it ends up like spreading like underneath the kingdom and starts like showing up in like the showgrounds, and like it like startles some of the people that like Meggy's training somebody or something, and Mario and SMG4 are like just like chilling out in the castle or something, and then just stuff like that, and then it leads to like them like all like remembering that Peach is still down there and all that. They should probably go and like finish the job and all that, and it becomes like a big thing because it's starting to spread throughout the whole kingdom and all that. I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah, true.
Because like the Doomsday episode in the Genesis arc, that was one of the funniest videos of the year. Because like like Swag trying to blow the castle up the whole time and just nothing was working. Like, or was it the Guardian Pod? I think he was trying to blow up the Guardian Pod, but nothing was working, and he was just. I feel like having another one of those would be great.
what if Mr. Puzzle what if Mr. Puzzles teams up with Peach? Like we've had like a lot of theories like saying, oh, what if Mr. Puzzles teams up with like this person, or what if Mr. Puzzles teams up with that person? But I feel like Peach would be a really funny and unique
Mr. Puzzles
like,
teams up with Peach.
Mr. Puzzles.
The Eldritch being he created by accident.
What?
I mean, I feel like it would be. But yeah.
The funny thing is, this whole thing was started 2 years ago almost, and like, it'd just be hilarious to see Peach with Mr. Puzzles, and just, I don't know what they would do. They'd just like destroy everything.
Like, I feel like Peach would be like a good device that Mr. Puzzles uses rather than like a character.
Wait, what?
A plot
Like
device.
much like he is the Goop as a
side.
device, or Peach as a device.
Huh.
I mean, one in After Show.
Oh.
If I continued making those, I don't know if how many of you watched it other than Nick, but and TNC, but
I reacted to
basically,
the whole thing.
yeah, you know, at the end,
So did I.
Mr. Nice Guy, who by the way is a character who should come back as like a secondary antagonist, or whatever. But you know how he had the demonic keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, an idea I had, without going too much into what I would have done, basically, he eventually would have used it, so I would have actually, done something with that. And he would have used it to control Peach. That would have been something that would have happened.
Oh.
So, because
Yeah,
obviously,
but,
we
like,
don't...
this
What happened? The keyboard just sort of disappeared, right, in the pit with the castle, right? So it still exists. So, it could still be used. And that, right, if they wanted to have Peach be used as a device, that could be how you control her.
Maybe this whole like arc thing ends off as like a standalone episode, or just like a mini arc similar to like a night at SMG4's, where like the cast want to search for like the keyboard inside the chasm, but like it's similar to where they went to Let's Go Visit Peach to get the star to build the castle. So like they're in search of the keyboard to like get rid of the corruption stuff that's spreading everywhere. And yeah, I think that'd be like just a simple way to end this whole like plot hole off.
Yeah, and also I just want to just mention what I would think about how they would bring the demonic goop is that I think I've had the idea where it's like throughout since it's got to be perfect, it has just been like it has just been like spreading in secret. It's just sort of like mining out a giant cave underneath like the kingdom and that, and it's just like entirely in secret, so nobody finds out. But then at some point, there'd be like red veins popping up everywhere on the surface, and everyone questions, huh, what are these weird looking things? And
What
then
did
I
Mario
thought,
do
like,
today?
Curtis, let me talk. So, okay,
My
so
bad.
so like so then if Mr. Puzzles eventually like breaks out of course he'll break out of prison, but and sort of like at some point he sees these red veins and he recognizes them. He recognizes them as that's signs of the goop.
He's
and
gone. Wait, sorry
oh
to
no,
interrupt.
he's died.
He's
no!
dead.
Macroma actually died. What?
Magario,
No!
Magario, did you
The
hear
poor
back?
sod.
Do you know what happened?
Nope.
He's
Our star rover
offline.
has not responded.
Did you just
He
fall
is
asleep?
completely-
Wait, what happened?
Oh my god.
just left.
Okay. He followed. Okay. Oh no. Anyway, so moving on to what was interesting is that Mr. Puzzles goes over to SMG4 saying that because like Mr. Puzzles, he would have thought like, okay, the SMG4 they tend to destroy all the very, very dangerous threats. SMG0 destroyed, the God box destroyed, all of that stuff like completely erased. So he would have thought, hey, SMG4, you did destroy all the demonic goop, right? You did get rid of it all. And then SMG4 would reply with no, and then that'd be a big oh shit moment, because I feel like Mr. Puzzles would have looked into the power that the demonic goop has, and so he would know how dangerous it is, and he would know that oh shit, that stuff's probably gotten everywhere underground, and so and all of that stuff. I know this is sort of like a sort of Mr. Puzzles SMG4 like do a team up thing, but it's not like we're friends now. It's none of that. It's sort of like two sides join to take out a giant threat in that, and so it's sort of like eventually the good demonic group has spread so much to the point it finally rises out of the surface, and oh shit, this is a lot of goo. This is a lot. This is just too much, and so they have to try and start fighting it. But okay, sorry if I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, and I'll try and speed it up here. What are you saying, Justin?
It's similar to like SMG4 and SMG3 teaming up to take down the SMG0, but then they
Zero.
become friends.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, but instead of like, but this time I have the idea of like, what if, like Mr. Puzzle, he ends up getting corrupted by the goop instead, so it prevents that whole redemption thing. because I could imagine like this happening in like maybe like 2026, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly. Just so we have like the whole Mr. Puzzles and Marty stuff happen and that. So like, yeah, like over time, the demonic goop has slowly been just like growing more and more, and like even the keyboard, with the keyboard being like the main host of all the stuff in that. And now I would go on even more, but then I'd start talking about an OC I'd created, and I don't think I want to go into all of that stuff. But to explain it very basically, it's just basically the goop's just been spawned. It's been trying to like rebirth this creature that originated the goo in some way, and that